So like through that lawyer, you know, and trusting in that lawyer, and like with my situation, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. My situation wasn't a fight. Like I was fighting a drug joint because I'm like, oh nah, hell no, we ain't doing that. You're not gonna put that on me. So I fight that joint. They like, all right, well, he can beat that, but we just gonna pursue him in the violation. He can beat all these charges. But we gonna pursue him in the violation just for catching the charges and having warrants. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo. He was like a year. You know what I'm saying? Or motherfucking take a risk at going to fucking court at your violation and them, you know, bang, them wanting what the fuck they want to get out you, you know? So I'm like, fuck it, I'm already doing time, bro. I done already did like 5 months over ECI. I'm on a compound, you know what I'm saying? I do like 5 months there and I'm like, yo, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do the year. I don't want to, but if you saying that shit gonna benefit me in a violation, he was like, yo, bro, do you wanna win the battle or do you wanna win the war? I said, shit, I wanna win the war. So, well, a year it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in that jump, I come home, July 18th, 2023. I did like 4.5 months, man. That shit was wild. Like, that shit was wild. Like, when you behind that gate, motherfuckers be dragging. But once you get like work release status, it's like motherfuckers be friendly, but they'll be like, and I be like, niggas be tripping on like, oh man, that motherfucker be all cool in my face. I was like, nigga, he got to be cool, nigga, cause if he piss you off, you might hurt him. Like, what the fuck you think? So like, you know, like, that was the type of niggas I was dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Also knowing that I'm the type of nigga I am, so I'm like, yo, I ain't fucking with all that. I'm trying to slide. Like, I got kids, I don't know what the fuck these niggas tripping about. They beefing about the wrong shit. Like, beef about a motherfucker not letting you see your child, you feel me? Like, I ain't, nigga, like, truth is truth. Like, all you gotta do is speak truth to them motherfuckers and facts. They can't go against that shit. So, like, I'm over that jump, and they get to playing with my time and all kind of shit, my nigga. Like, they had me doing an extra 40 days. Like, I wasn't even supposed to came home in July. I was supposed to came home in fucking September. The beginning of September, like the 4th or the 5th or some dumbass shit. Nigga, I get that motherfucking lawyer get me back in court, man. The judge talking about, you still locked up? It's like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm supposed to bend the fuck about this motherfucker. So it's like, I get out. When I get out, I go back. Like, mind you, they done played with me. Man, bro, I ain't even gonna tell you the story, but they done played with me in that bitch to the point where they like throw in my face that I can get, they be like, even if you get parole, you still gotta wait like another 45 to like 60 days to get the paper back so you can even go home. So like with a smirk on a nigga face. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, yo, you know what? All right, bet. So the following week, I go to court. I don't tell nobody. I mean, nobody in the entire jail know that I got court, bro. When I go to court, they like, damn, I didn't know you had court today. I said, yeah, I know you ain't know. Cause I ain't told nobody. So he like, man, good luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, with a little smirk. Like, I'm like, man, yeah, all right. And then that jump praying, I ain't worrying about no luck. Like, I know this shit out my control. I ain't rolling no dice in this bitch, you feel me? So I go, you feel me? The nigga, like, yo, why the fuck is he still locked up? Oh yeah, he was like, he was so pissed off at the situation that I was in, not even knowing the deep inner situation, that he was like, you know what, Mr. You know my lawyer's name, what would you like to do with Mr. West? Like, you know what I mean? What would you want from Mr. West? He was like, man, we want Mr. West home, basically, Your Honor. He's supposed to been home. Like, he shouldn't even still be locked up. Like, they've miscalculated his time and have him doing time beyond what he's supposed to be doing. So the judge like, so you basically want me to drop this one so he don't even have to do that because he's already did the first one. He's like, yes, Your Honor, because he's already in the second sentence. So the second sentence I was in, the nigga dropped my case. How he did it? Legally he did it. I don't know how, but he did some. He said some more other shit that I ain't understand. basically saying that this is what I gotta do, what's gotta be done in order to drop your shit. And he was like, man, he said, you're a free man. He was like, I'm sorry that you went through that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I appreciate it. Like, I ain't never had a judge tell me they sorry. I was always telling him I'm sorry, trying to get that nigga to calm down. Don't smack me, I'm sorry. You feel me? Like, man, shit, that nigga fucked around and apologized to me for the state's behavior. You feel me? And that shit really showed me like how that shit gonna play out when you don't really get caught up in the bullshit that other people bring to the game. Like, just focus, lock into yourself. If you focus on yourself, the rest of the world won't bother you as much. You know what I'm saying? And when you focus on yourself, you'll know how to deal with other people. You'll know how they want to be treated. You'll know what you like, dislike. You know what I'm saying? You have conversations. You know, that's what we made for. We made to connect with each other. So it's like, it's an easy thing. So when that nigga said that, bro, I'm going back. Whole time they like, Mr. West, it's a big day, ain't it? You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, what they know I'm going home? So I'm like, what you mean it's a big day? Already, I know I'm going home. They like, your parole hearing. And I said, oh yeah. I said, you for real? He was like, yeah. It's like, go on, get dressed. You back from court? You know, I ain't heard anything, so just go on, get dressed. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I don't think I want to get dressed, yo. Like, I don't need that parole shit. She was like, huh? Excuse me? And I was like, I don't need that shit. Tell them motherfuckers go back up that bitch, go back up the road with that bullshit. Like, I tell them they wasted a trip. You feel me? Like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wasted a whole trip, nigga. Like, so she like, huh? So the CO behind me, like, they got me in the handcuffs and shit. I'm like, this talking shit. She like, all right, that's what you saying? You saying that you're refusing your parole hearing? I was like, yes, that's exactly what the fuck I'm saying. So she like, all right. Bro, I had that shit so shook up, bro. When I got released, it wasn't nobody but one officer up that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have nobody up that bitch. All the motherfuckers that played with me that was just like, oh yeah, that nigga, he in jail, he ain't da-da-da. They ain't know. It hit them so hard. When that bitch seen me getting dressed and putting my street shit on, she looked and was like, yo, she looked like she seen a ghost, bro. And I was like, yeah. I'm out. I said, y'all thought y'all had me with that bullshit y'all did, but I said, I found another way. She was like, it's like, oh, I'm so happy for you. I was like, yo, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit, man. I'm just trying to go. I ain't trying to talk to none of y'all. Well, none of y'all out here when I got dressed and when they processed me out. So don't come up here and try to say your goodbye. Let me go. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer your property. Because just understand that, nigga. Woman or man, you they property. When you go in there and all them papers that you be going through for the court processes, that's how you become that property. The moment you sign that first paper, when you get charged and you get booked for that shit, yeah, you they property. Because you admitted that that's who you are. And they admitting that what you did was worth you being put behind a bar and being behind that bar for a certain amount of time according to what you did, you know? And we feel like we fit enough to carry out the responsibility to make sure that you are separated from the society. So nigga, like, that's what's going on. Like, that's how they carried that shit. And once I started realizing how the system worked and stop beefing with that junk, a nigga could be like, oh yeah, you found out and you know you ain't telling nobody. Like, yo, I am. I'm telling everybody. Like, I always tell niggas, niggas be in there crashing, tripping about a bitch or tripping about some shit uptown. I was like, yo, if you worry about anything going on out there and take it out on what's going on in here, you'll never get out that motherfucker. You feel me? Like, you better take that shit on the chin, nigga, and let that be a lesson, nigga. That should give you the drive to go home and not come back by your people's tripping, by your baby mom or your girl can't make that shit work. You know what I'm saying? You needed that because when you was out there, you played with it. And if that's where you going when you go back, be prepared. Understand, there's more shit you can learn being locked up. These niggas be so caught up and mad with the hood or mad with the motherfucking government, nigga. Like, they don't even realize, man, like, if you put yourself, if you've been putting you in a position to be alone and can't nobody fucking stop that for a certain amount of time, yo, who can stop you from being who you want to be? Not saying that you got to go to jail, but that's that separation. You need to isolate yourself, my nigga. If you want to be anything out this bitch, you got to isolate yourself. And that's what I took my prison sentence as. So when niggas was crying about everything that was going on, like I had my little bullshit when I would cry about shit, but I also would be like afterwards, be like, yo, it's my fault for real though. Like, I'm the reason I'm going through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, being in that junk, man, and like real life, like building myself, nigga, like I became the man that I am in prison. And it ain't have nothing to do with doing prison shit. It was that alone time that I took advantage of, cause you'll never get time like that unless you go out here and fuck up. You'll never get time like that. And I don't advise anybody to fuck up, but like if you really wanna know what it's about, yo, like why you think it's so rare that you see motherfuckers going to like those yogas and those mental preparation courses and shit with the fucking sages and all them different type, you know, mentally great motherfuckers. Like, they be doing that shit. They be doing that shit off the strength of, you know what I'm saying, like accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like, understanding that if you put bad shit in the world, bad shit gonna come back. You feel me? Like, if you put good shit out, good gonna come back. But if you sit to yourself and you meditate, you can tap into knowing who you truly are. You be like, damn, I didn't know I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know I didn't like this. I didn't know that I didn't fuck with them niggas like that. I didn't know that I don't have to fuck with these niggas that I was loyal for and they crossed me. Like, I don't have to be beefing with these niggas. I can just remove myself from that circle and boundary that I was in, and I'm cool. Like, I can still lock in to myself. So like a lot of people would be like, you know, like, oh, that nigga don't fuck with niggas. Man, I fuck with everybody, but being by myself, I can really work on shit to make me the motherfucker that can fuck with everybody. Like, people be taking that alone shit they taking it too serious the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? You tripping off a nigga or a nigga tripping off a bitch, not getting no alone time. Like, motherfucker need that. Like, a lot of motherfuckers be getting away just to fucking get away from the motherfucker. They don't even be wanting no alone time. They just want to get away from that. You feel me? So it's like, nigga, I went to myself, started learning who I was, started learning that, oh shit, I ain't with that. Like, so why be on that shit? You feel me? I'm not with that. I'm not with like being in a position to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, being in a position to, you know, add a year or two to my sentence, or, you know, like, you know, going in that bitch and just crashing out on a nigga with a jump. Like, I'm like, yo, these niggas crazy. Like, all this shit is created individually. Like, all the problems be individually created, bro. So when I seen that, I was like, yo, these niggas, that's what it is. Niggas lost. Nigga, I was lost, nigga. You gotta figure out this, yo. When you in prison, you in that junk with like the most fucked up ass niggas. The most fucked up ass niggas, the most greatest niggas, the niggas that did like the most for their family. You got niggas that fucking was taken. You got niggas that was deceiving, niggas that was molesting. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that was motherfucking robbing, killing. You got all these different motherfuckers. Niggas that ain't had no mama, no daddy. Orphans. Like, yo, you dealing with like old ex-fiends or niggas that is on drugs now. Like, you dealing with niggas that ain't even themselves in that bitch. So you gotta understand, like, nigga, I'm fucking surfing and weaving through all these different individuals, my nigga. And like, I ain't talking no shit, but like, I ain't never joined nothing. You feel me? Because it was like, I seen the bullshit that came with it. You know, there's no disrespect to a nigga that joined. I just seen the shit that it was on, that it didn't really align with what I was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had too much to lose. Plus, I done wasted 20 plus years of my life fucking up. So I don't have time to really join some, you know, situations that'll keep me in that circle. So I had to really be strong. Like, niggas fuck with me. Like, them niggas all the way up top of them joints fuck with me, and they'll be like, yo, bro, I could Like, bro, man, fuck with it, yo. Like, spin the band, or man, come fuck with me. Like, you know, all different groups, bro. And it was all because I was on real shit. Like, I was on man time. I respected niggas. Like, I don't even give a fuck if you was a whore ass nigga. Like, I would give you respect as a man. Like, that don't mean because you can't fight or you soft that you ain't no man. You know, that just mean that you ain't physical.